Hi there, and welcome back to Home Loan Answers. Today, I am so excited to be here with my friend and my personal favorite closing attorney, Bill Byington. Thank you, Bill, for coming in and doing the interview with us.
Glad to do it. I'm excited.
So today, just wanted to talk to Bill a little bit about a few things and pick his brain. Maybe he can answer some questions for you guys if you've got questions about the closing side of mortgage loans and how that works. And so I just wanted to bring Bill in to ask a few questions for that. So Bill, start out, let's talk about explaining to us exactly what is owner's title versus lender's title.
Okay.
And what's the purpose behind it? What does it cover?
Well, the difference in owner's insurance and lender's insurance is the lender's insurance just covers the loan. And it doesn't give anything to the owner. For example, if a title is something that's determined to be wrong with a title, and you'd be amazed how often things come up. I was on the board of directors of a title insurance company for 5 or 6 years, and we get letters or we get calls in all the time with things which had been missed. The attorney who checked the title, they simply missed something, and that happens.
Well, they're human.
They're human. Or a problem is something has been misindexed at a courthouse. And now it used to be in the old days, and I say the old days, not the 90s and up there, and before everything got so computerized, you would write out a name, and if there was a slight misspelling, it would still be under that alphabetical first couple of letters, like Byington. If they put B-Y-I and then misspelled it after that, then you'd see it, and then you would notice it when you're checking the title. But now, if it's not exactly correct, it doesn't. When you check it by the computer, which is the way you check it, it doesn't pop up. And every year, except so far, I'm a few days left in this year, that I've had at least 2 where I've come to loan closings. And what I do is when I'm going over the closing documents with the seller, and I'll say, we're paying off this loan, and I'll say, and this is the only people you owe, is that correct? And they'll, usually say yes. But every year up until this year, I've had at least twice say, well, no, I owe a loan to so and so, which then puts me in a panic, and I'll get up and run back there and I'll check, and I've done that, and I look under their name, and it's I don't see it in the online service we pay for, and I'll come back, and then like one time I did something like that, and one of my law partners said, I told him the name, it's like McKenzie or something. Well, he spelled it the way differently than the way he thought it should be, as opposed to the way it was, and there it was, and it was indexed incorrectly at a courthouse.
Gotcha.
In a surrounding county here, and so that's the problem. So in that situation, let's say you've got a loan that's sticking out there, and these people, if you had not been caught, and then the buyer would be there, and the bank would be coming to them that the seller owed the money to, saying, "Hey, I want my money." Well, owner's insurance. I guess a simple example would be, let's just use $300,000 as a purchase price, and you get a loan for $200,000. If something is really wrong with the title and you've lost, you're going to lose it, well, the owner's insurance would cover the entire amount, would reimburse the person for their money, $300,000. If you just have lender's insurance, it just reimburses the loan, and the guy's out the difference between the $200,000 and the $300,000. It's sort of like, I guess if you had a simpler way to put it is like if you have insurance on your house and you insure it for $200,000, but the house is really worth $300,000 and it burns down, they're only going to pay you what you insure it for, and that's what the lender gets. You pay off the lender with the lender's insurance, but if there's more value there and there's a title problem, then you're out. And if you've paid a bunch of money up front,
you really need
the owner. I mean, I buy property, as you know, investment property, and I get title insurance and I do the legal work. So I just want to be careful. We had something. I've had this within the last 6 months. A title insurance company called me and was asking me a question about, would I have caught this? Could I have caught this? And it was a situation where the lady had died and she'd had 2 families. Oh. But the first family, the one child was sort of estranged and wasn't in the picture exactly. And the 2 children from the second marriage were her, in their minds, the only children, even though technically they're not. So they got together, they went to court, they filed for permission to sell the property, and they got the court documents saying that they were the heirs and they were to get the money. Well, they didn't list this other person. Oh. And this other person somehow found out about it and came back in and, was making a claim saying that I'm owed, again, let's use 300, 200. Y'all got 300,000 for this. 100 of it should be mine. And the title insurance company called me and said, was this the lawyer's fault? I said, there's no way they could have known.
Right.
These two people went to the court, presented the documents, but yet that didn't mean that third party did not have a valid claim for her third. So that's where the title insurance could come in and help out in a situation like that.
And help cover that.
Right.